Hi, today we're going to make this card that we created in my class last Saturday. Put it over there, hopefully you can see it. And for my classes, I provide instructions with supplies and measurements. And this is what you would get in your packet. So I'm gonna start with embossing. Now I have two-toned Petunia Pop. You can see it. This is the darker side, this is the lighter side. I'm gonna use the darker side. Two-Tone Petunia Pop cardstock. And, oh, I want it to go this way. And so I'm gonna line it up with this line on the front. Put it in there. And since this is not a 3D embossing folder, I need to use 2 plates and not the extra thin shim. So base plate, plate 1, put your embossing folder in, fold side forward, and plate 2, then we'll just run that through. And then I will move this out of the way for now, because I'm going to show you how I got the white to show up. When you emboss the two-tone cardstock, it has a white core, and just by embossing it, you're gonna see some of the white come through. But I have a buffing file that I got at Walmart, pretty cheap. I still have my original Stampin' Up! One, although I don't know if it's very good anymore. It probably would still work. I've had that forever. And then I'm just gonna run it over the image to pull out the white. And you just keep going until you get it how you like it. I kind of like that, maybe a little bit more. Use the edge in the centers. And how new or old your embossing or your buffer is does matter. This is a one I've used for a long time. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then you might want a cloth or something to get rid of all that powder. Oops, there we go. So then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it on the background and I'm gonna butt this up right against it. So I will probably hold it in place some while I'm putting things down. And I'm gonna use liquid glue on this because that's what I prefer to do with embossed pieces. And it makes it a little easier when you want 2 pieces to butt up against each other like that. Okay, oops, apparently I didn't hold it in place. Maybe a little bit more that way. A little bit more at the top if I can get it to move. Barely Arts does liquefy or go down really fast. And then this one, I can just use a tape runner. And put that right up against it. That's so easy. I will set that to the side for now, along with my other pieces. And I'm going to start my stamping. I am using the Scalloped Wishes stamp set and dies for this card. And I'm going to stamp my oval using Blackberry Bliss on Petunia Pop cardstock, just as the regular cardstock. If you only have the two-tone, you can use that too. There we go. And I'll die cut that. And then I'm going to use Petunia Pop with my sentiment from the same stamp set on a piece of basic white thick. Let the ink transfer. Close that up. And then I'm going to die cut this one. I should be able to do both of these at the same time. Okay, we've got our big oval using this one. Get that aligned. It's always harder on camera, although this one is challenging. And then I need this one is what I'm using for my sentiment. And it actually will cut 2 pieces. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to run it through again using Blackberry Bliss cardstock. So I'll run these through. And here's that one. And then I only need the white portion for the sentiment. So I'm gonna have to make another card with the leftover outsides for this one at some point. But let's get that out of, I'm gonna pull out. Oh. See if I can get that out easily. Oopsie. Hook through there. There we go. So yes, I have an extra piece. And, oh, forgot that. The best for picking up little pieces. I don't even remember where I saw that anymore. Okay, now I'm going to cut it out from the Blackberry Bliss. And for this one, I'm not going to need the inner piece. So again, I'm going to have to create a card that just uses those pieces, or put it in my many bins, or I don't know, throw it out. Can I? I don't know. Can anybody ever throw out those extra pieces? Okay, there's a little bit there. Oops. And then poke it out. There we go. Done with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with the little dots. And this can be a little tedious. You don't have to do it. I should probably use the really fine tip, which I didn't clean out ahead of time. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna put little dots on it and then add it to the other stamped image. Just first of all to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now I gotta line it up with the dots. It takes too much brain power for me to talk at the same time. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna hold that in place for a minute. Well, not quite a minute. Wouldn't that be boring? Hey, come watch my video. I'm gonna hold something in place. Okay. And then got my sentiment. Stick some glue on the back of that. And then pop it right in the middle. Should fit perfectly. And now we're just gonna finish putting the card together. Got a Petunia Pop card base. And now I'm gonna take, I have some twine. How much did I have? About a yard. It's about a yard. And I am going to wrap it. Oh, actually, I could not find my beeswax. I don't know where it is. Somewhere in my craft room. Fell somewhere. So I had to get a new one. Because if you've never used beeswax on twine, it makes it so much easier to handle, especially in this container where you can run it through. So there you go. It's probably going to be in the sewing area of your local craft store. I got mine off Amazon. Okay, I'm going to run this around 3 times, or about that many, I guess, and then tie it over to the side. So maybe I should put the dimensionals on this so I can figure out exactly where I want to put it. There we go. So I want that about there, and I want the bow about halfway-ish between. So I'm gonna tie that in a bow now. There we go. It came out pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put this on because I need it there so I know where to put dimensionals on the back. I don't like to stack my dimensionals on top of each other because most of my cards get mailed. So I'm going to stick that right there, and then make sure my twine's straight. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. Okay, there we go. And I will stick that on the front. If you have a hard time lining it up, don't forget you can always put liquid glue on your dimensionals. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, where did they go? Here they are. I've got some iridescent pearls that I am going to put on my card. A couple over here, and I also try not to put these on dimensionals because I want to be able to send it through the mail. Oh, and I do have, oh, that's the envelope. I have white for the inside. You can always stamp on this or add extra piece of paper. I just tend to do the plain white on the inside. There we go. And if you want to cut this off, you can. It's up to you. I kind of like the long curly. But there's my card. Thanks for joining me.